Some final thoughts now. Shiny, happy, satisfied, and better off people. Bernie Sanders' Marxist Socialist Express to a Stalin-esque America, the phony little wet behind the ears radical mayor of a city whose population could fit inside the Rose Bowl in Pasadena with a few extra seats to spare, the Amy Klobuchar electoral juggernaut, the Elizabeth Warren what we do now implosion, and the Harry Joe Biden South Carolina is the firewall that will not stop the slow burnout of support and money. All of these campaigns just received some bad news, really bad news. So did Tom Perez, head of the Democrat National Committee, along with old Nancy Pelosi and the despicable Chuck Schumer. Adam Schiff, also the recipient of this alarming turn of events. He and all the other Democrat incumbent members of Congress running for re-election, all hit with a dose of election year turbulence. And it's this: not one, but two very revealing and devastating Gallup polls. The first one questions Americans on how they feel about their lives right now, 8 months, more or less, before Election Day. And the collective answer is as overwhelming as it is stunning. Fully 90% of Americans are satisfied with their lives. 90%, the overwhelming majority, satisfied. That's poll number one. Poll number two is just as important as a probable electoral indicator. 61% of those polled say they are better off today than they were 3 years ago. In other words, for these 61%, life under President Trump ain't bad. In fact, it's better than not bad. Life has improved since the previous Democrat president, Barack Hussein Obama, left office and was replaced by Donald Trump. Isn't that something? 90% satisfied, 61% better off. So where does this leave the post-impeachment Democrat Party and its anti-free market presidential wannabes? Where does it leave the Democrat leadership on Capitol Hill? Where does it leave all the Democrat candidates for Congress? Answer: unless there is a sudden and unforeseen shift in the American landscape, which includes the economy, something more significant than Corona, it leaves the Democrat Party owning the greatest political and tactical miscalculation since Hitler invaded Russia. After all the Democrat attempts to convince voters that Donald Trump is bad, impeachment, Mueller, Russia, and so on, Americans remain shiny, happy, satisfied, and better off people. This edition of the Daily Ledger is on its way to the archives.